जय थारी माँ, हरे कृष्णा, सतनाम वाहिगुरु जी। स्वामी जी, आपको प्रणाम, बहुत बहुत प्रणाम, and so much gratitude for being here. Also pranam to Guruji Radhanath Swami ji. Pranam to you, pranam to him. स्वामी जी, कुछ ही क्षणों में KBLL का जन्म होगा। ये दिन बहुत स्नेह से और आशीर्वाद से भरा हुआ है और बहुत जिम्मेवारी का दिन है। हम अपनी ऑडियंस का स्वागत करते हैं, हमारी दोनों संस्थाओं का स्वागत करते हैं, हमारे बच्चों का स्वागत करते हैं। एंड विथ योर परमिशन हम आपको दिखाना चाहेंगे KBLL का उद्देश्य, किरण बेदी लीडरशिप लर्निंग्स की विजन और वो किन चीज़ों से भरा हुआ है। तो मैं चांदनी को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि वो आए और आपको पूर्ण रूप से उसके बारे में बताए। जी।
Namaskar, Swamiji. Namaskar, ma'am. Thank you so much, Didi, for giving this honor to me to share this all about Kiran Bedi leadership learnings. I request Sujata to please share the slides. And very good evening to all our audiences. Today, as we gather on the eve of Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am's birthday, we are not just celebrating a date, we are honoring a legacy that continues to inspire, challenge, and shape countless lives. It is with great pride that we finally launch KBLL, the Kiran Bedi Leadership Learning. I say finally because she never allowed us to do so. And so we waited. But deep down, we always knew that this initiative, which draws so deeply from her values, her institutions, and her leadership journey, was much needed. So today, on the eve of her birthday, we have taken the liberty to finally go ahead. So ma'am, ab to ye launch hoga hi hoga. And we are blessed that we have Swamiji with us to launch this program. So what is Kiran Bedi Leadership Learning? It's a collaborative initiative of two of ma'am's foundations, which were established way back in 1988 and 1994. That's Navjyoti India Foundation and India Vision Foundation. तो ये दो प्रोग्राम्स की जैसे हम बोलते हैं मैम माँ है, मैम ने जन्म दिया है इन दो संस्थाओं को. And KBLL is rooted in decades of grassroots governance, public service, and ethical leadership. It is designed to deliver hands-on, on-site, and in-person training programs that empower the next generation of change makers. So basically, it's an offline program. The question is why? Why KBLL? One, of course, it is aligned with the national education policy of a country, but it the idea is to channel experiential learning and prepare young minds to serve, to solve, and to lead with purpose. Now, these are the core principles, and these are the principles that Kiran Bedi ma'am has lived by. She has always stood by these values throughout her journey. And to us, these are not just ideals, they are tools of transformation, and they're woven into every fabric, every aspect of our leadership program. And what are these principles? Practicing discipline. Ma'am is known for that. Self-regulation and consistency, ethics, integrity, and accountability, identifying root cause problems and innovation in action. हमेशा कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रॉब्लम्स को मैम ने हमेशा साधारण रूप से, साधारण तरीके से उसे सॉल्व करने की कोशिश की है और सॉल्व किया है. And service oriented leadership with meaningful transformation. These are the core principles that KBLL stands by. Now, who can join? Who can benefit from this program? Well, the minimal education that is required is simply a bachelor's degree in any discipline. Any change maker who wants to join can be part of this program in the age group of 21 to 30 years. The essential skills that are required is intermediary proficiency in IT tools, strong verbal and written communication skills, and most important, a demonstrated willingness to learn, to serve, and to grow. So to begin with, we will have 10 trainees who will be spread across 5 of our project sites every 6 months. So basically, ये 6 महीने का program है और हर 6 महीने में we will have 10 trainees. अगर आप पहले बैच में ज्वाइन नहीं कर सकते तो आप अगले 6 महीने के बैच में एनरोल कर सकते हैं. And the application form is available on the website of Kiran Bedi ma'am, that's kiranbedi.com. And once you apply online, we will shortlist these applications and we will conduct an interview, assess the aptitude, motivation, and alignment of the trainees with the KBLL values. So where are these training sites? ये नॉर्थ वेस्ट दिल्ली में कराला और बवाना नवज्योति इंडिया फाउंडेशन के जो प्रोग्राम ऑफिसेज हैं, जहां पर हम लोग चाइल्ड एजुकेशन और स्किल्स फॉर यूथ पे काम करते हैं. साथ ही साथ गुरुग्राम में रूरल एरियाज में, गांव में, नया गांव और सोना ब्लॉक में हम लोग काम करते हैं. वहां पर आपको ये हैंड्स ऑन लर्निंग मिलेगी. एंड इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन prison reforms, then you can be part of India Vision Foundation, which operates from Uday Park, and also an online YouTube channel, Demonstrative Learning, which is again a part of India Vision Foundation. Now, how do we evaluate you? Well, the only thing that we're going to see is what has been your participation in the program, your punctuality. कितना एक्टिवली आपने एंगेज किया इन एक्सपर्ट सेशंस के साथ. और ये एक्सपर्ट सेशंस इसके हैं none other than Kiran Bedi ma'am. There'll be experts from other backgrounds, spiritual leaders like Swamiji. We would request him to be part of this program and bless us and grace us with his learnings, and it will be an honor for us. तो उसमें कितना हमने पार्टिसिपेट किया हमारे ट्रेनीज ने, दैट विल बी द इवैल्यूएशन क्राइटेरिया. एंड मंथली देयर विल बी लर्निंग सर्कल्स आपके पीयर्स के साथ, आपके मेंटोर्स के साथ. उसमें how did we what was the constructive feedback from both our peers as well as our mentors. And then you'll be required to complete a reflective journal on day-to-day basis on your learnings. What have been the key learnings? And then जो आपको project assignment दिया जाएगा, uska submission of the impact report. It's that simple. Next slide, please. And what will trainees receive in the process? Well, a certificate of leadership personally signed by Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am and members of the KBLL board. Not only this, you get an opportunity to be part of the growing community of Kiran Bedi Fellows, which is a network of ethical, service-driven change makers committed to leading with purpose, and impact. And these are mentors. Well, the Board of Trustees of Navjyoti India Foundation and India Vision Foundation, they will provide strategic oversight and governance for the entire KBLL initiative. And of course, our chief mentor will be Kiran Bedi ma'am, और उनसे direct आपको सीखने को मिलेगा. And then we have the mentors, the faculty who are the directors of both India Vision Foundation and Navjyoti India Foundation. That's Monica Dhawan, Ujala Bedi Chaudhary, Neetu Sharma Joshi, and myself, and Mr. MC Sharma, who is the head of finance, accounts, and administration. तो आपको बहुत ही diverse expertise, diverse experiences से सीखने को मिलेगा. And best part, well, this is free of cost. There is no cost that the students or the trainees have to bear. But however, trainees are responsible for managing their own travel, accommodation, and personal expenses, either through self-funding or they can seek support from a sponsoring organization. So you can have access to these application forms through our website, which will be launching very soon. The application form is available online at www.kiranbedi.com, navjyoti.org.in, indiavisionfoundation.org, and demonstrativelearning.in. So आप हमें अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. हमारा पहला बैच शुरू होगा 1st of August से. So what are we waiting for? Let's just get started. So, well, on behalf of all of us, I extend warm wishes to Kiran Bedi ma'am on her birthday eve. May this new chapter through KBLL, ma'am, continues to ignite purpose-driven leadership across the country who can carry forward the spirit of service with strength and integrity. Ma'am, we wish you a very happy birthday, both from Navjyoti India Foundation and India Vision Foundation, and of course, demonstrative learning. Happy birthday, ma'am.
Chandni, thank you, बच्चे. Blessings to you. Thank you. गुरुजी, आपकी इतनी एक ब्यूटीफुल ब्लेस्ड मॉर्निंग, सुबह की दिनचर्या, आपके रिचुअल्स होते हैं, आपने उसमें से भी हमारे लिए समय निकाला है. आप न्यूयॉर्क से हमसे बात कर रहे हैं, वहाँ 8:30 बजे हुए हैं. मुझे पता है कि सुबह कितना प्रेशियस टाइम होता है आपके लिए, आपके अध्ययन के लिए, और आप आए हैं हमारे लिए. आप इसको, आपके BLL को अपना आशीष दीजिए. और we want to know what are the core principles of leadership from you. जी.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kiran Bedi. Thank you very much, Sena and Chandni ji, for your introductory words. And I should speak English or Hindi?
आप दोनों में हमें बताएं, हमें दोनों भाषाओं में मार्गदर्शन दीजिए.
ठीक है. So basically, today I will discuss on some of the core principles of Vedic leadership. First is what is known as snigdhata, or a flexibility in activity. Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am has been at the forefront of public leadership and has created tremendous reforms in her career, impacted many, many lives. But what has been at the core of every successful leader has always been empathy. In the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Mahabharata, there is description of Draupadi was brought with the situation of Ashwathama, that Ashwathama had caused the misery to Draupadi by killing the sons. And Arjuna brings Ashwathama in front of Draupadi. And at that time, there is a debate between Draupadi on one side and Yudhishthira on one side, and Bhima and Krishna on the other side, on whether to punish Ashwathama or to forgive Ashwathama. So it's a very interesting conversation that the Bhagavad Puran begins with this ethical dilemma. कई बार जीवन में परिस्थितियां होती हैं कि दोनों पक्ष के पास कई ऐसे कारण होते हैं जिससे हमें लगता है कि ये भी सही है, वो भी सही है. So, in this situation, Krishna tells Arjuna that you have to decide, because as per the principles of Kshatriya, when there is injustice, there must be punishment, and these are the principles of law and punishment. But based on the principles of humanity, then he is the son of the Guru, and you know, you do not want to give distress to Dronacharya's wife Kripi by killing Ashwathama, because you have that human consideration. So many times there is a dvandva or a conflict and a battle between justice and mercy. And therefore, in what principles one must demonstrate justice and in what conditions one must demonstrate mercy, that requires a lot of proper deliberation and maturity. Before you put others in their place, we have to put ourselves in our place. When counseling, don't just give guidance, but we have to give confidence too. And intelligence in relationships means knowing when to doubt others and when to give others the benefit of doubt. And therefore, leaders don't just talk about others, but leaders also talk with them, because clarification comes by communication. When offering feedback, don't just use the axe of criticism when only the scalpel of correction is sufficient to handle the situation. So, therefore, focus on people's potentials, not on their problems. And so, in our Vedic literatures, the 6 symptoms of a true friend is given. A true friend is one who does not forsake one in 6 conditions. Number 1, when you are ill. Number 2, when you are in misfortune. Number 3, at times of famine. Number 4, when you are surrounded by enemies. Number 5, in the court of a very powerful person, like a king, where the king is about to make a decision upon you. And then the friend's verdict is very important. And sixth, even at the funeral pyre, because there is only one friend which goes beyond Shamshan, and that is described in the Vedic literatures as the Paramatma. केवल परमात्मा ही जो है शमशान के आगे चलते हैं जीव के साथ. So therefore, when one is hated by another, that is never regarded by the other as honest, intelligent, or wise, because one attributes everything good to the person one loves and one attributes everything evil to someone who hates. But that is not the balanced way of decision making. A leader has to be without deceit, a leader has to be active, a leader has to be grateful, a leader has to be intelligent, a leader has to be guileless. And therefore, Vidya Mitram Pravaseshu Bharya Mitram Graheshu cha Vyadhi Tasya cha Dharm Mitram Dharmo Mitram Mritasya cha. Chanakya Pandit describes that knowledge is one's friend when you are on a journey. Vidya Mitram Pravaseshu. And Bharya Mitram Graheshu. The wife becomes a friend at home. And who's the friend when one is ill? Vyadhi tasyav sa dham mitram. Vyadhi means illness. So therefore, medicine becomes the friend when one is ill. And therefore, at the time of death, who's the biggest mitram? Mitram mritasya cha dharmo. Dharma is the only friend at the time of death. And therefore, the 8 symptoms of divinity, goodness, purity, and high character is 4 which are kind of external and 4 which are internal. First is study, second is sacrifice, third is charity, and fourth is austerity. यज्ञदानतपकर्म न त्याज्यम कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञदानतजकर्म पावनानि मनीषिणाम यज्ञदानतपकर्म पावनानि मनीषिणाम. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, never abandon yajna, which is sacrifice, dana, charity, tapa, austerity, and swadhyaya, which is study. But sometimes sacrifice, study, charity, austerity may be motivated by pride also. But the genuinely noble only can demonstrate the next four qualities, which is truth, forgiveness, mercy, and contentment. Satya, Kshama, Daya, and Santosh. This can only be demonstrated by the genuinely pure and noble soul. And therefore, Buddhya Bhayam Pranudati Tapasa Vindate Mahat Guru Susaniya Jnanam Shantim Tyagena Vindati. How is fear dispelled? Fear is dispelled by Jnanam. Buddhya Bhayam Pranudati. Tapasa Vindate Mahat. Greatness is acquired by austerity. And Guru Shushrushaya Jnanam. Wisdom is acquired by service to superiors. And Shantim Tyagena Vindati. Peace is acquired by renunciation. And therefore, the WHO has declared that 1 in 7 adolescents aged 10 to 19 globally are experiencing mental health challenges and difficulties because of loneliness. And one of the biggest challenges the social media age has created is distanced people from each other. So, therefore, forget the leaders, even general people are becoming more and more distanced from each other. Even in the villages, people are so much busy, just absorbed in the smartphone, that it is leading to a global loneliness epidemic. And therefore, one of the most important needs in an artificial intelligence driven world is empathy, because AI and machines and robots cannot express empathy. And therefore, when we are living in a day and age where people are questioning कि भाई लोगों का भी कुछ वैल्यू रहेगा कि नहीं, with the kind of AI takeover, will human beings become irrelevant? नहीं. सद्भावना, प्यार, प्रेम, करुणा, दया, ये सब केवल मनुष्य ही दिखा पाएंगे. And therefore, we should always remember that true Vedic leadership begins with the principle of actual empathy. Then, another very important skill and quality for a leader is compassion. We have the example of Jatayu. Jatayu was old, Jatayu had no power, but Jatayu had the unlimited desire. So sometimes we are totally focused in our education system in giving skill to the students. But many times we forget about how in our ancient literatures like the Ramayana and Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Purana and the Gita, the principle of will is emphasized more than skill. So, although Jatayu did not have sufficient skills to match up against the attack of Ravana, Jatayu had the unlimited will to put oneself completely into that fight to protect. So many times people ask, did Jatayu lose or did Jatayu win? So, in one sense, you can say that Ravana won the battle, but Jatayu won the war, because Jatayu says, Avashyam tu maya karyam priyam tasya mahatmana जीवितेनापि रामस्य तथा दशरथस्य च. Dashrath or Dasharathi is Lord Ram. So As Ravana was carrying away Sita Devi, Jatayu shouted at Ravana, "It is my duty to do good to Ram and Dashrath. Jivite napi Ramasya तथा दाशरथस्य च तथा दशरथस्य च." So जीवितेन अपि मतलब मुझे जान पर खेल कर भी जीवितेन अपि, even if I have to give up my life, but I will be dedicated to the cause of Ram and Dashrath. And therefore avashyam tu maya karyam priyam tasya mahatmana. I will be doing my best to fulfill the mission of the Mahatmas who are very dear to me. I mean, I am going to attempt definitely avashyam to maya karyam to protect Sita at any cost. So today, the whole world is discussing motivation. So many young people with all the technology and resources at their disposal, they are children of very, very wealthy parents who have made a lot of money, and all the children need to do is just, be good citizens, be well behaved children, and just take up things in their lives. But ironically, many such people who have much better facilities, much better resources, much better uh, kind of situation than even their parents or their grandparents, very, very regrettably and ironically and surprisingly are saying, अरे कुछ मूड नहीं आ रहा करने का, not feeling inspiration, not feeling motivation. And the core reason for that is the social media driven age has put the focus on selfishness. And people are only wanting to do anything in life after calculating what is in it for me. So, therefore, let us look at the example of Jatayu. Jatayu is so old, happily retired, but then when the fight came, जटायु did not back away saying that मुझे क्या लेना देना, पता नहीं सीता को कौन लेके जा रहा है, जो भी होगा, I'm too old for it. I don't have the sufficient strength nor the skills. But actually, for leadership, more important than strength and skill is the sincerity and the will which Jatayu demonstrated. And therefore, we have to bring out the best within, not the beast within. Caring means sharing. And the word of love manifests. The word of love manifests through the word of love. And hence, to demonstrate compassion to our stakeholders, we need to choose the words that make the heart soar, not the heart sore, SORE, and speak to give people peace of mind, not just a peace of your mind. Anudvegakaram bhakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. Speak words which are not hurting, not agitating, satyam which are truthful, priya which are pleasing, hitam which are beneficial, swadhyayabhyasanam based on Shastra. And therefore, selfless personalities are just like Lord Ram, sacrificed in accepting the sentence despite having done no fault, just to preserve the word of Dashrath, his father, because he wanted to value obedience. Sita Maya sacrificed to prefer the dangers of the forest to the security of the palace, to inspire householders that relationships is all about mutual sacrifices and commitments. Lakshman's sacrifice to take up the vanavas, Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampanno Bahir Prana Ivappara, shows that the word Lakshman comes from the word Lakshmi Sampanna, that real wealth is when you get an opportunity to serve. And Bharat sacrifices Bharavahi iti Bharata, that in spite of being misunderstood, in spite of being accused by one's own family members, near and dear ones, when one's intentions are questioned, it is the most painful situation. And many times leaders have to go through such painful situations of misunderstanding, but what takes them through is their tolerance. So Bharat had unlimited quality of tolerance, because of which he could tolerate these accusations and continue on in fulfilling his duty. So one who carried the heavy load, bhar, of misunderstanding is Bharata. And therefore, forgiveness does not mean that one is weak. Forgiveness is the virtue of the weak and ornament of the strong. And forgiveness is the greatest weapon that can conquer all. Eko dharma param shreya, kshamayka santi uttama, vidyayka paramadrishti, ahimsa ek sukhabaha. And therefore, one should actually be very, very careful in one's decision making and not come under the influence of agitation, because the four levels of speech are: the highest level is that speech which is morally consistent. Second is that you speak that is agreeable. Third is you speak the truth. And fourth is silence. And hence, one has to appreciate that we need situations in life where we have the ability to use our maturity, our discrimination, to understand what is to be done and what is not to be done. And rather than reacting, we should be responding. So I conclude by saying that in today's education system, there is too much focus only on Vijay. And Vijay basically means success. But what needs to be integrated in today's education system is not just Vijay, but first there has to be a proper understanding of Vidya, which is wisdom. That Vidya results in Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Vidya results in Vinay or humility. And that Vinay results in Viveka, proper discrimination. And when there is proper discrimination of Viveka, then you can actually have Vijay. So therefore, you just cannot have only Vijay, but you need to have both Vinay and Vijay. And that is basically the idea of Vedic spiritual leadership. And empathy and compassion are two fundamental principles which make every leader powerful. And when I speak of leader, I speak of a mother, a wife, a child who has influence over others, CEOs, public leaders, government leaders. Everybody with any level of influence is a leader. And if every person understands that within my ecosystem of influence, I need to demonstrate empathy, I need to demonstrate compassion, then there will be tremendous amount of thought before we make any decision. And when such thoughtful deliberations filled with vivek and vidya and vinay, then leadership will go to the next level. And I'm really inspired by Dr. Kiran Bedi and her lifetime of leadership example. And I congratulate her for being such a wonderful example of public leader in her entire life. Thank you very much and happy birthday to Dr. Kiran Bedi on behalf of the entire family of ISKCON and especially from Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Pranam.
गुरुजी कोटि कोटि प्रणाम, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम. एंड हमसे कोई भूल चूक हुई तो क्षमा. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर प्रेजेंस. कोटि कोटि प्रणाम.
Thank you.
जी, प्रणाम गुरुजी, प्रणाम. हम अपनी इस ब्लेसिंग को आगे बढ़ाते हैं. हम बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करते हैं गुरुजी का कि उन्होंने समय निकाला और KVLL को ब्लेस करा. मैं ग्रैटिट्यूड एक्सप्रेस करती हूँ सबको जो भी मेरी माताजी की यात्रा का हिस्सा बने रहे और आगे भी बने रहेंगे। हमने हर पल कुछ सीखा। एक यात्रा नन्हे-नन्हे कदमों से बनी होती है एंड एवरी स्टेप मैटर्स। हर स्टेप की अपनी एक लर्निंग होती है and that is going to be poured into KBLL. हमारे प्रेसिडेंट हैं वेद भूषण जी, नवज्योति इंडिया फाउंडेशन के। बहुत अटूट रिश्ता है उनके साथ हमारा। उन्होंने अभी ज्वाइन करना था हमारे साथ, बट किसी कारणवश वो ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रहे, तो हम उनको भी खूब ग्रैटिट्यूड एक्सप्रेस करते हैं बिकॉज ही इज बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ मम्मीज मैम्स पुलिसिंग जर्नी ऑल्सो। हम आपको अब ले चलते हैं बर्थडे विशेस के लिए। कल है जन्मदिन, वो भी अपने में खूब यात्रा रही। सो मम्मी का एक और साल ऑफ माधारीज ब्लेसिंग्स, more learnings, a lot of introspection, and again pouring it into, she's going to be pouring all her learnings, experiences into KBLL. तो अभी आपको दिखाते हैं हमारी सारी संस्था के जो हमारी संस्था का जो परिवार है, वो परिवार के सदस्य हैं, उनकी बर्थडे विशेस मैम के लिए।
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
हमारी बीआरएस के बच्चे, हमारी बुक रीडिंग के बच्चे भी इसमें शामिल थे। आप अब आपको सौंपते, अब आपको सौंपते, अब आप बात करें जी।
कोई भी मेरे पास अपना है क्या? अपना है क्या? मेरे पास आइडेंटिटी है। मेरे पास एक सिर्फ अपनी आइडेंटिटी है, जो आइडेंटिटी इतने साल बनती रही। मैंने बनाई नहीं, वो बनती रही। और उस जर्नी में, इस लंबी जर्नी में बहुत बहुत ज्यादा कंट्रीब्यूशन फ्रॉम ऑल डायरेक्शंस है, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम होम, starting from family, starting from work, starting from associations, friendships, relationships, and the results of the work, which started to become my identity. Sometimes it was by design, and sometimes it was by destiny. Navjyoti India Foundation and India Vision Foundation, they were destiny designed, not designed destiny, but designed destiny. Destiny came by itself, which got shaped with so many hands, which you've just seen. So I want to thank you. All this is going to go into this carrying forward in the core values which made this identity. I want to thank you all because you will all now carry forward an institution. जैसे नवज्योति का एक बीज अपनी डेस्टिनी से आया, इंडिया विजन फाउंडेशन भी अपनी डेस्टिनी से आया. नवज्योति एक बड़ा छोटे से बीज एक ऐसे हालात से आया जहां एक सॉल्यूशन मांग रहा था कि समाज का भला कैसे हो सकता है, और एक बीज बनते बनते आज इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ लर्निंग बन रहा है, लीडरशिप लर्निंग. सो हम लोग ये अब आप लोगों के थ्रू जो आप दिखे आप सामने स्क्रीन पे आए हैं, आप ही कैरी फॉरवर्ड करेंगे इस कोर वैल्यूज ऑफ दिस आइडेंटिटी. And I see the scale very wide. I see a lot of expertise. Now you too will all become, by destiny, a design. You all now will be. By destiny, this is also happening. ये सोच ये डिजाइन अगेन ये ढांचा बना के नहीं बना है, ये ग्रोथ हुई. You were always asking me, ma'am, why don't we transfer these leadership skills or this identity skills to the next? And I kept saying, no, I'm not prepared. I don't think I'm capable, or I don't think I have the environment. But today I felt few weeks ago when in one of my meetings, I told the team leadership of both India Vision and Navjyoti, all of them, that I think we are ready. Why? Because I saw you all emerging. मैंने आपकी काबिलियत को बहुत क्लोजली अब देख लिया है कि अब आप काबिल हैं सिर्फ दूसरों को सिखाने, तुम क्योंकि अपना एग्जाम्पल देके आप आगे ले जा रहे हो. अब आई वाज थिंकिंग बोथ मेरी संस्थाएं और उसके जो भी ऑफशूट्स हुए हैं, यू आर ऑल रेडी टू कैरी फॉरवर्ड एडिशनल लर्निंग. सो जो बीज बोआ था ये फलदार बन चुके, और आज ये फल का नया बीज KBLL is a new seed. And in this new seed, you are all gardeners of the seed. You're all gardeners. Now remember, you're all gardeners of KBLL. And you will have fast forward. You have fast forwarded to ensure why? Because अब जो candidates आपके पास आएंगे, वो hands on learning करेंगे, आपके साथ एसोसिएशन में जाएंगे, ग्राउंड में जाएंगे, आपकी काबिलियत सीखेंगे, देखेंगे, एक्सपीरियंस करेंगे, और आपसे कुछ शिक्षा लेके आगे फैलाएंगे. सो आई थिंक ये भगवान ने एक डेस्टिनी दी हमें कुछ दिया देने के लिए. We received it, now we have got to be pass it on. So KBL is all now your destiny. I've transferred mine to you. It's a transfer of legacy, ideas, learnings, experience, so that you all build on that. So my family of KBLL, I want to thank you for the love और प्यार और इज्जत मान जो आपने बहुत दिया, मुझे बहुत दिया. और मुझे सबसे ज्यादा खुशी मिलती ही है जब मैं आपके बीच में परिवार बन के बैठती हूँ. मेरा परिवार बहुत बड़ा किया आपने. सो थैंक यू सो मच. एंड मैं अपना रोल जितनी देर तक मेरे पास एनर्जी है मैं आपको देती रहूंगी, आपकी एनर्जी को कंट्रीब्यूट करती रहूंगी. लेकिन सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है, अब मैं आपको दूंगी कम, लूंगी ज्यादा, क्योंकि नाउ आई लर्न फ्रॉम यू हाउ यू आर transferring the energy. So I will learn from you. While learning from you, we will continue to grow together. That is, I think, I see the future of my life ahead, and you all. Just as मैंने सीड सोई और आप फलदार बन गए, अब आपने फलदार दूसरों को बनवाना है. You are going to be the gardeners for others' lives. So that we all, over the years, create a whole family of KPLL where all जो आपसे सीख के गए वो कहे हम बहुत खुशकिस्मत थे कि हमें ये आइडियाज मिले, स्किल मिली, काबिलियत मिली. And we will certainly be adding spiritual education to all KBLL. We might identify certain spiritual courses for them, which are more of meditation, more of yoga, meditation could be part of it. And I see a very impressive faculty which we have. I will grow with you, as I said. I will grow with you. You will make me grow further and learn more. So I am here now to learn from you. So KBL now is dedicated on this eve of my next ahead year journey, that we contribute to the society and give better quality leadership to the people of this country. So want to say thank you for organizing this. All of you cannot, एक वर्ड थैंक यू है नहीं काफी, बट मेरी लाइफ लॉन्ग की आपने मेरी वेल्थ ले ली, पूंजी ले ली और मैंने दे दी. अब आप इसके कस्टोडियन हैं, trustees हैं. You are the new trustees, and you who are not only visible on the screen, but all those whom you have also cultivated. Every member of these two foundations and demonstrative learning, and even the child of the book reading school, is now a custodian and a trustee of an organization called now Kiran Bedi Leadership Learnings. It's not learning, learnings. So there's a learnings and it's a journey ahead. So thank you. God bless you. I will keep watch on it to say, मैंने क्या सीखा? Keep playing my role and contributing. What I have now is time and energy. As long as I have more time and energy, I'll continue to learn from you. So please keep me educated. Keep giving me energy and keep giving me motivation. Thank you.
जी मम्मी, थोड़ा सा अभी टाइम है तो थोड़ा सा कुछ और बातचीत कर लेते हैं आज. सम स्पॉन्टेनियस क्वेश्चंस कमिंग टू माय माइंड, मैं आपसे पूछ लेती हूँ. थोड़ा सा टाइम है, लेट्स सी हाउ दिस फ्लोज. पर पहले थोड़ी सी दिल की बात. हमारे घर के बड़े bless you immensely today, the elders of our family. बहुत सारा स्नेह और प्यार मेरे फादर से, बहुत सारा स्नेह और प्यार मेरे परिवार से आपको. बहुत सारा प्यार बीजी से, आपके माता पिता से, बीजी से, दादाजी से. बहुत सारा स्नेह और प्यार. ये बहुत दिन आशीर्वाद से और मेहनत से भरा हुआ है. ये प्लान्ड नहीं था, तो जो सवाल मन में आएंगे मैं आपको पूछ लूंगी और 7 बजे तक हम इसको कंक्लूड करेंगे. जब मैं गुरुजी की वाणी सुन रही थी, उनके शब्द सुन रही थी, he took us back to what happened in a different yuga, but how relevant it is for today's times. But one thought came to my mind, that Guruji was actually talking about self-regulation. Guruji was actually talking about leading the self. तो आपके विचार about self-regulation, about leading the self, because you led yourself in some very, very tough situations. I do know that there were decisions you had to make where you could not discuss them with anybody, and you had to think on your feet. But that doesn't happen just like that. It happens with very continuous self-regulation. So your thoughts on self-leadership?
Self-regulation is a daily challenge, and it's a daily practicing habit. It's a habit of yesterday, but it has to be relived again today. And when you relive the habit of self-discipline and self-regulation today, you are again making it a habit for tomorrow. So this is one area, core value of life, which has no holiday. आप इस चीज से थक नहीं सकते. आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि अब मैं डिसिप्लिन और सेल्फ रेगुलेशन में थक गई. नहीं कर सकते. आपको जब तक जीवन ने, इस ईश्वर ने, इस कुदरत ने जीवन दिया है, आपको लास्ट दम तक सेल्फ रेगुलेशन और सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन की हैबिट लिव करनी पड़ेगी. That is the divine rule. That's a divine result. So all I can say is my personal discipline or habits of living, thinking, eating, working, dressing, all these are very fixed habits now. There is no flexibility in them. There's hardly any flexibility in my way I eat, what I read, what I see, where I go, what I wear, who I am with, what kind of work I do. I have seen no flexibility. All these years, they become habits. Giving is a habit. Hard work is a habit. Self-denial sometimes is a habit. Making the right kind of decisions in difficult, where others become more important than I, is a habit. So if I have to make a choice, I will make a choice which is beneficial for others rather than me. I will put myself last. It's a habit. But I cannot say that this will be the habit tomorrow unless I practice them even now. KBBL is a product of same self-regulation. It is now time to pass on the legacy, and also to very worthy hands. I felt I have very many worthy hands now, and you are all a young team of very proven worthy hands. Now take over this challenge, take over this responsibility, because you again now have to live the life of self-regulation, self-discipline, good choices, and then transfer them on, so that one day when you come to my age and my situation, you continue to say, I'm also passing on the legacy. But I lived it yesterday, I live it today, and I live it tomorrow, provided I live it today. And this is a mind, there's a body, and there's an environment. Remember, ये सिर्फ ये बॉडीली नहीं दिखता, आप अंदर से जीते हैं ये डिसिप्लिन, सेल्फ रेगुलेशन जीते हैं आप. जीना पड़ता है, और जीना पड़ता भी है. हाँ, द वर्ड इज पड़ता है. कई बारी पड़ता भी है, कई बारी मन मचलता है, कई बारी मन मचलता है, लेकिन वो भी सेल्फ रेगुलेशन से उसको ट्रैक पे लाना पड़ता है. सो कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि कल मैंने ये किया था ऐसे ही मैं आज करूंगी, कोई गारंटी. लेकिन रोज अपने आप को सीधे रास्ते पे चलाना पड़ता है, फिजिकली अपने आप को फिट रखना पड़ता है, पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग रखनी पड़ती है, और वो न्यूट्रिशन कहाँ से लेनी है, ये आपको रास्ते ढूंढने पड़ते हैं. आज मैंने पॉजिटिव एनर्जी कहाँ से लेनी है, आज मैंने पॉजिटिव एनर्जी कैसे देनी है, आज मैंने अपनी तंदुरुस्ती बढ़ानी है, और इस तंदुरुस्ती को बढ़ा के आगे बांटना कैसे है, ये रोज की सोच है, ये कुदरत के नियम है. सो आई वुड से बेटे, दिस इज द ओनली, every day is a choice in self-regulation, self-discipline, and I would say there is no holiday. And therefore, passing on KBLL is actually taking on more as far as service to others is concerned. Because now I'll be concerned on those 10 candidates you have. How are they doing? Are they getting all that they came for? क्या हम उनको वो फीड कर सकते, कर रहे हैं, ग्रूमिंग कर रहे हैं, कहाँ उनकी कोई कमी है पूरी कर सकते. ये तो एक्चुअली मैंने और एक नया ऊर्जा लिया, लेकिन अकेले नहीं लिया. अपनी सारी यूनिवर्स को बढ़ा के लिया है, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि ये जो यूनिवर्स हमने आज क्रिएट किया है संस्थाओं का, ये केपेबल है और इसके पास साधन भी है और ये ब्लेस्ड भी है. सो आई वुड से नाउ द बॉल इज इन योर कोर्ट. आपकी जिम्मेवारी है, आप ऐसे लाइफ को जियो और इस संस्थाओं को और जो साधन बने हैं बाय डेस्टिनी एंड डिजाइन, आप उसको डिजाइन एंड डेस्टिनी बनाते रहो. Because you something getting by destiny, something by design. But the two D's are interchangeable. You design, it becomes a destiny, and destiny becomes your design. The two D's are actually the same. But you have to make a choice.
Taking your thought forward, Guruji spoke about Jatayu Maharaj. जटायु जी ने अपने आप को अर्पण करा था. मैं समर्पण सैक्रिफाइस नहीं बोलूंगी, बिकॉज दैट्स नॉट हाउ what I know of the journey of Jatayu ji. He will not like the word sacrifice. He felt he had to do this for Lord Rama and for Ma Sita. Today's times, it could be called, what are you driven by? What's your motivation in life? Now, I do believe if you have to keep relying on outside factors for motivation, then it just doesn't happen. Motivation is an inside job. And from where does it come? It comes from your core values. If you know your core values, then motivation will come to you for any and every situation in front of you. So how early in life did you know that these are going to be my unwavering core values, no matter what the weather looks like? How early in life did you know that?
I think the core value came up when I was growing up as a girl, as a woman of my times, when I saw huge dependence of women on others. My time was of women depending on others. So the core value emerged is of self-reliance. And that is the key word also of my foundations, is self-reliance. Why? Because I didn't want to be dependent. Now, dependent can be physical, can be mental, it can be spiritual. So I decided to be not even mentally dependent on others. So I developed a core value of self-direction, self-driven. So entire work has been self-driven. It's never been told to me, ye karo. It's been self-driven. Because I wanted to be self-reliant, not for selfish living, but a life of giving. That is where my core values came. Knowing that if I am not going to be doing this, my life will be a life of sacrifice, only and unwritten, unsung. So no, it will never be unwritten, unsung. A woman of self-reliance, a woman who would grow up to give and contribute, and continue to be of value to others. And that core value continued to branch out into other options. So I think ये core value था मेरा. ये मेरा core value नहीं था ईमानदार बनना. ये core value नहीं था मैं भगवान की पूजा करना. मेरी core value थी मैं अपने जीवन में अब मैं आत्मनिर्भर बनूंगी. मुझे कभी अपना हाथ किसी के आगे नहीं फैलाना है और ऐसे बनना है, अपने आप को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाना है ताकि मैं दूसरों के काम आती रहूं. यही मेरी इच्छा है. And that is what is happening. KBLL is exactly this today. This got earned in my life by design and destiny. I'm passing on the design and destiny to you to make others self-reliant and better people.
Gee, I think that's beautiful thought to conclude our program with, again, a lot of gratitude to all our family members of Navjyoti India Foundation, India Vision Foundation, Demonstrative Learning, all our children, all our friends, our donors, our well-wishers, parents of our children who join us, the principals and the teachers, our trustees, our board members, all those who've been a part of Navjyoti India Foundation and India Vision Foundation since inception, all those who worked with you and who've been a part of your journey. So a lot of gratitude. आज का दिन शुक्राना का दिन है, हर पल शुक्राना का होता है. आज ये एक स्पेशल मेंशन. बहुत बहुत आप सबको आभार कि आप हमारे साथ जुड़े. माधारी bless you, Mummy, with a
Yeah,
lot
Mama.
of good health, with a lot of energetic good health. Chandni, beta ma bless you, Baba ji bless you. KBLL की लीड हो अब तुम, तो बढ़ाओ उसको आगे. एंड सबको बहुत सारा प्यार और ब्लेसिंग्स.
Can Chandni say a few words?
जी.
Ma'am, on behalf of everyone, I'm saying this. Thank you for allowing us to initiate this. Because जैसे मैंने कहा, आपने बहुत साल, मतलब हम कई साल से करना चाह रहे थे प्रोग्राम, ये इनिशिएटिव लेना चाह रहे थे, but it wasn't allowed for certain reasons. But thank you. I just want to say thank you because, like you said, it's a service to the nation. आपकी जो experiences हैं, जो learnings हैं, I think इसको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यूथ तक पहुंचना चाहिए ताकि वो जो कोर वैल्यूज की हमने बात करी है वो हम सब इम्बाइब कर सके अपने जीवन में. सो ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ ऑल ऑफ अस, लॉट्स ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड मैम, एंड विशिंग यू अ वेरी हैप्पी बर्थडे. थैंक यू
जी
साइना.
जी
Thank
ब्लेस
you.
यू बेटा, ब्लेस यू. हम कंक्लूड करते हैं with again we seek the divine blessings for a lot of good health for Dr. Kiran Bedi, a lot of good health and a lot of energy for Dr. Kiran Bedi, the super cop. I think we conclude because I am getting emotional now. Yes, I am getting emotional now. So we conclude. आप सुपर कॉप थे, हैं और हमेशा रहेंगे. जय धाई माँ.